Hi, I had big plans after the Professor series, but let me play you something because this is exactly what happened.
来年のこと言えば、鬼じへ笑う。
Would you like to hear it again?
来年のこと言えば、鬼じへ笑う。
I don't know why. It just tickled me to find it in other languages. When you make plans, God or the devil or the ogre, whatever language that you're looking at, laughs. Now, I did the Professor challenge and I had all these ideas of what was going to happen, but that didn't happen. So today is what I was thinking is going to be a new series of, instead of documenting the journey every day, I'm going to give you a bit of a diary splurge and then I'll number these. So if anybody is watching the journey, then they can see in terms of the diary 1, diary 2, different things. For those of you catching up, I did a 30-day experiment where I improvised a character and the goal was to get comfortable being an expert type of person or character or talking about the different knowledge, because I'd been spent the last year and a half turning the camera on every day for just a minute or two just to get comfortable turning the camera on. And a lot of that was focused on talking about myself, and sometimes I'd shown up and I got emotional and I wasn't particularly comfortable about that, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen in the future. The Professor series was fantastic for me personally, for my growth. I completely understand that people didn't watch it, but I needed to do it, and I felt even halfway through things shifting for me, and that I just naturally wanted to be researching and to be talking about different work that I was doing. I had this idea. My plan was, after the Professor experiment, I'm going to have a break for a few weeks. Nope, 2 weeks into the Professor experiment, I decide to check back in on some research that I'd done in 2021, which I became ill in 2021, so I hadn't looked at it, read it, collated it. I hadn't done anything. What I'd done in 2021 was a Freedom of Information request to 134 UK universities, asking them about the support that they offer students who struggle to speak up in the classroom, the participation part, not the public speaking part. So I had a quick glance at that. I got about 30 or 40 replies out of that 134. And I used AI. Some of you know that I've been experimenting with AI and whether that can help close the gap in terms of how hard I find some of the work. So I thought, I'm just going to put those few answers. These are the things I've easily found. I'll put those few answers into AI and see what happens. And the research I found interesting. So I shared with some people that are in that campaigning advocacy for safety in universities space, and they encouraged me to share it. So as I say, I thought that I was planning on doing this Professor project, then a break, and then it's all going to be lovely, then come back to this channel and maybe do some more reactions. I'd love the interviews. I'd already started reaching out to a couple of people about doing interviews, really wanted to go back to do them. But then before you know it, to say I was falling down a rabbit hole would be an understatement. I did find all of the different responses from the universities. I did have to struggle with AI about how to collate and to do all of these things. And then I started looking more into the advocacy world, and I realised that it was quite a heavy space for me personally. And although I'm really interested in the debate and the discussion and the language around that, I didn't feel that I could be spending all of my time in that space. All I can say is I was so deep down this rabbit hole. Anyway, come back up to the surface. What else has happened since then? I've now set up a website called Quiet in Class. I've developed quite a few assessments which are going to be coming out over the next few weeks. It's specifically to help students, university students that are struggling to speak up and participate in the classroom. The YouTube, I'm about to hit record after this on the first few videos for that channel. Again, it's called Quiet in Class. I don't know where this is going to take me. What I envision at the moment is that's my place for helping people who have that particular problem. But this is my place for me doing experiments and me building my skills and me trying to make it playful and enjoyable and sharing with you that process as I go along. So there's still going to be experiments here, which I think some people find a little bit confusing. But I still love the community about Ren, about doing the reactions, about doing the interviews. I love all of that. And I feel a big pull towards the other side of things. I think this is where it starts getting into the conversation about purpose and meaning in life. And that's a bit scary. It's easy. I found that when I was thinking about how important it was and purpose and meaning and different things like that, that I wasn't doing the work, or more specifically, I wasn't sharing the work. I was down the rabbit hole. I was doing more and more research, but I wasn't making stuff and sharing it with people. What I've learned from this channel is that thinking of it as an experiment and enjoying the experiment, and then what happens is data, is really, really helpful for me and for my anxiety levels and to calm things down. So I don't know. Whatever you want to know about the project, just ask me and I'll tell you more about it. Let me just see. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, so Quiet in Class. I've been meaning to do the first few videos for the Quiet in Class YouTube channel for a few days now. And yesterday, I thought you might like this little story. Yesterday, what's today? Today is the 7th of October. Yesterday was the 6th of October. And yesterday I did all my Christmas shopping online. Which is classic, isn't it? That's perfect. That's perfect resistance story. And I thought some of you who are also possibly resisting and watching me figure this out and do the diary and the, documenting the journey might actually find it funny that I did my Christmas shopping in the first week of October to be productive, and it was important and it was valuable work, but it was resistance kicking my butt. Okay, I'll do another diary episode soon and let you know how this launch of the Quiet in Class channel and work has gone. Bye.